the North Cat, baby, I'm a boss. Carolina barbecue sauce with the slaw. I'm the safe, the cellar, and the vault. I'm the best, the effect, and the cause. I'm the law.
This is it. You have to do well in this game. You have to come in tomorrow with a positive mental attitude and a boatload of points to back it up with. At the moment, South Korea, the 13 points clear. They are looking deadly. They are looking absolutely cutthroat. And honestly, I fear for the rest of the server. I think they will continue this in game number 10. The bigger picture, the bigger story that has potential to unfold. And I just want to throw this into the mix. At which point does an Asian team turn around and say, you know what, we can't win this thing, but we can win another seat. We can win another seat for our respective region at Worlds. Let's go after South Korea.
Well, that is the problem. South Korea is leading that race and quite heftily in terms of what you're talking about, obviously, for that extra slot. Korea's leading everyone right now. That is the problem. So in a way, the Western countries would be almost egging them on and be like, hey, you guys want that extra spot? Please take down South Korea for us. That'd be great.
When we've got Thailand in 8th, China in 7th, Vietnam in 5th, Chinese Taipei in 2nd, bigger problem now is that no one really central has to move, so everyone just waits. The final teams that are scurrying in for a bit of a land grab will maybe get something. Vietnam don't actually have a place at the moment. They're
committing to this. Thailand's going to just go for the breach. Minoru's around the back. He was the first one through. Duckman with a knockdown onto Ribox as well. So now Argentina know they are getting breached. They are getting slaughtered. Pomi's going to be knocked down and eliminated by Shippy. 2's gone now for Argentina. Well played from Thailand. But Sapao Vietnam is going to get the elimination onto Minoru, who is outside of the back of the compound building.
Cheeky steal. Easy point. Thank you very much. Tanawa will continue onwards, man going back up his teammates. Make sure they keep this compound to themselves. Now Argentina's gone from it. They can clear it out. They've got a foothold. Russia yet to make a play on this one. 2 of the teams still late to the circle as per usual. Brazil and the United States of America. The US is by Puerto Parizo. Los Leones just to the eastern side of it will be home to Brazil. Russia all the way up in the north. They've skirted the outskirts of El Azhar. The problem is, when they come down that main road, China is waiting for them. Big fights continue onwards in the central area of the map, the open fields. It's hot territory. This is a bit of a lava field and a bit of a minefield. Wherever you go, there is a team waiting. Milk up. He's on the bloody roof. He's getting away with this one. Good God, he's landed it. If he plays this, if he gets these kills, somebody just, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. He's frigging done it.
He's done the impossible. He's gotten over the top of Argentina. The problem is he's by himself. He's got to calm things down a little bit. All right, he's made play of the year just about. If he had have got the double kill there after getting off the bike, he would have been playing the century of all time of PUBG. But now he has to be smart. He has to wait for the reinforcements, the rest of Chinese Taipei to come over towards him. He knows that Argentina are here. And here arrives the rest of his team. SR is here. Shyway is here. Now we can throw the nades and now we can reveal his location. And Esther, though, was ready and waiting, and he gets the knockdown and the flush onto SR.
This is what you'll get because there's only 2 players. They will go instantly and confirm the kills. Taps him up as he's on his way out on Esther.
1 left.
Against all odds. Damage is done on the legs. He's found the target and knows the information. Milk forced to get back, get the health up. You're not going for any reses because your teammates are dead. And Esther has the fight of his life to stay in this competition. Or at least to stay in this game, excuse me. Could be competition because they've only got 44 points. Nade, it's cooked, it's in.
Not quite, and it is a 1 versus 1. We actually just saw Leo is next to South Korea, and Leo's about to be knocked down by South Korea. Aqua 5 spots him in the bush, and they are down to just 1 left, Chinese Taipei, and so is Argentina. There's that 1v1.
It's quite surprising that he's disengaged from this. I thought he may rally the troops and get back together, to be honest.
South Korea, I mean, they don't need this sort of luck, but they're getting it. They get the feed from phase 3. Luke 12 finds a knockdown. In fact, Australia versus the United Kingdom happening up north.
Oh, look at Zoidmate's angle, though. He's above them. They don't know he's here. If he floods this round, he could knock them from the back lines. Then Reals is basically left in a 1 versus 3 scenario.
Zoidmate with the high ground is going to spot Michael, but Bart's actually going to get Zoidmate. The IGL of Australia's knockdown. It's 1 knockdown apiece, but Michael's going to push up, and they're going to try and finish him quickly. I'm not going to lie. I am going to be biased here. Come on, boys. Don't die to the United Kingdom.
That was a really good mirror image play. You could see what Zoidmate's mental idea was, get behind them on the side of that hill, but Vard's angle, if he held back purposely to watch that, it's done the job. They've only lost 1, so a trade apiece now, even Stevens. 3 versus 3, one compound. This compound is inside the circle, but only just. We're all the way up in the north, just to the east of Minas Generales.
Australia do have prime position.
Oh, Russia's coming in behind. I'm really sorry to break you off. Russia isn't too far, so just be aware of that in the distance backburning.
It does seem like that fight's going to slow down between the United Kingdom and Australia for the time being. Well, obviously, kind of want to keep an eye on it. Real's potentially cooking a nade. They don't have the full information on the rest of Australia. The good news for Australia, by the way, for those who aren't aware, Zoidmate is the IGL, but so is Vasily and Insight for their respective teams. Yes, they do in fact have 3 IGLs for Luke 12. Udir knocked down by Drazel as the United States start to push up towards China.
It's okay having 3 IGLs, but I suppose you have to, at some point, 2 of them will have to back down and have one lead in the chat, because then the comms just become messy. We'll stop on that one for a second. Valiant and Sharky back-to-back. Matt goes down. China lose 1 initially. 2 players do split off. Godfrey, second from China to follow up instantly. May have overextended a bit there. Zampa getting aggressive, getting an angle here. I saw a quick cycle on the grenade. Summit forced to disengage, forced to run. China down to 2. They've lost this battle, and now they're split at the sides.
Yep, Summer's just going to make his way out of here, realizing what's
down to 1?
I think they are actually down to 1. Finland, though, sort of heard what was happening. Jempti and Septi are on the edge of Impala, ahead of the United States. So the United States sort of aren't out of a dangerous territory just yet. They still need to move into the zone. Now we head over to Milk. Reminder, of course, last one alive for Chinese Taipei. He got the knockdown onto Rusty's arrow, throws in the nade. Oh, he gets the angle! It's off the backboard and he gets Rogi! But he's down to 28 health. Gonna go for the flush. Needs to confirm the point if he can. And Esther's still there as well. And he's Milk gets him just before going down to Gabba. Argentina technically last. Chinese Taipei follows shortly after.
Oh, he's still on the roof. Oh man, he's been playing from up high and he's been making it work. Picks up a frag and confirms what he started.
Whoa.
Circle.
Crowd like that one.
Yeah, the crowd going wild. That means that Korea, they'll hold it. La Bendita, they can take the ball, they can take the edge. Pio will sit outside, keep a check on the United Kingdom. They have to make a move in. We spoke about Russia earlier on. They have finally advanced in, and now they're at the doors for Australia. UK may have completely disengaged from it, but now they've got a fight of their own. It's 4 men standing. Luke does answer back. Shenya goes down.
And we're going to switch over to the fight now with Uzi trying to respond, unable to get a knock. Reminder, very quick, they are down to 3 players here, Australia, but they've got better position. The blue zone starting to put the pressure now onto Russia. They need to move, shoot, and throw their nades and put some pressure onto Australia. As they do actually get the revive of the Senya, we now move over to Sempti and Finland pushing. Depp got the knock, but it's Jempti who is able to respond. Tixu will finish him off, and back over to Australia versus Russia.
He didn't go for the flush, so he wasn't allowed to respond up close and personal. They made it happen. A doozy is damaged, but he's not out. Grenades, they're over. Australia, they're damaged. Vasily's gone. Luke 12's got that grenades. They're all gone! Australia, as you put your heads in your hand, my friend. That's rather unfortunate. The grenade seals the deal on that one. They did the damage, but it's just an unfortunate set of events that they had to fight the United Kingdom. Then all of a sudden, you've got so much damage. You've committed to using your bullets, your bandages, your armor is rent. And then when a team of 4 comes knocking at your door,
well, Vasily somehow from the grave actually gets that bleed out onto Kemba. Real's going to be eliminated by Pio. United Kingdom, of course, stand down to just 2 now. Michael and Bard, I don't think that they're going to be that far away from following Australia out of this game. Doozy also going down to the blue. So for Russia, they're down to just Uber and Senya. They're just moving straight into the zone, but they're in the middle of so many different teams right now. Drazel, the nade. Can he find the rest of the United States? Zempa's already been knocked down. It's going to go in, but Zempa falls to Summer. It's actually stolen.
What's the most scariest scenario about this is that South Korea have 50% of the map. They own half of this circle and they have 4 alive. It might be me with my head in my hands in a second, because the United Kingdom, they're being gate kept. No one can get near
Look at this.
Literally, they can't get anywhere without meeting a rival who's playing edge of circle. Iononyx and P are holding them dead to rights. Vietnam, they're in a bit of a difficult spot. There's 4 teams behind them. Russia's in front of them. Canada, they're breaching. We've got several teams here as well. All the way on the eastern side, it's a goddamn mess. This is going to be manic.
Yeah, there's 5 teams actually all the way out to this eastern side of the zone. I can only imagine 1 or 2, if they're lucky, will actually make it out of this situation. 45 seconds until phase 5. The nade is going to fall short, or maybe further away of the mark of Canada. Maluk still low, unable to get the heal off. Turkey lose a member. Canada's still got 4, but they need to find Germany here and quickly.
Thailand, Russia, Vietnam, Canada, Germany, they're all in one area, they're all fighting for one building. The last stance over here in the corner, the United States, they will fall. That was on the outskirts of this one as they were trying to make a rotate, but we do see Turkey. You can't disengage from this fight. It has to happen. If you want to stay alive, you have to take it and go now.
Kane's gonna get one, but he can't quite get the second. Drazel and K-Mine respond. They both get a knockdown each on the Brexco and Kane, but here comes the blue zone. It has arrived. Now they've got to move and shoot, and it's when the Slaughterfest will begin. Maluk finished off. Moody's gonna be knocked down. Korea get the zone again as Levi's goes down to the blue zone. Maluk's gonna be eliminated. Vard knocked down by Thanawat. It's chaos all over the map.
That's pretty mental because Thailand actually have an island in the United Kingdom. They've been trying to make something happen up against South Korea in the hillside just past Bendita, but now the third party's come in. He's been knocked. Michael will be under fire. Keep an eye on the kill feed. The United Kingdom, they might be going down very shortly because the blue's on the back. China, they're the first ones who do fall in this mass engagement. Canada, they're battered, they're broken, they're on the floor, they're begging for mercy. Russia, they will fall. They'll be spotted in the open. They've been laying down for a while just on the side of that fight. Chris, against Canada and Vietnam. The last man standing for Germany. What can he do?
K-Mine still trying to find a knockdown here onto Mert from Turkey. They've got 3 still alive. It's hard to imagine that Canada, Vietnam, Germany has still got 3 teams around this area of the map. Basil knocked down by Drazel. It's close. And now Nim's going to fall as well, and there goes Vietnam. But Shippy with the knockdown.
It's okay for Canada. The smokes are there.
Well, where do they go? It's open field. This is
literally nowhere. 1, 2, 3, 4 teams are looking.
Firing range.
Everybody who's on the outside is literally about to die. It's rather unfortunate. Chris, he's the first one to fall out of this pack. Germany, they go down in 9th. Canada, they're watching, unfortunately, Drassel just bleed out in the blue. There's nothing they can do. The United Kingdom, they could be quiet about this one. They could wait. If they got,
they can go.
Canada. How have you got a vehicle? How have you got a vehicle? Where has this come from?
Canada. Now they're going to try and cross the border because that's what they need to do. They're also going to cut across this road to get onto the other side. The side of South Korea. Unfortunately, that vehicle doesn't even get them into the zone, Sims. They can't even get into the zone, let alone crossing the road. Because we know phase 6, it's likely to go to Korea again.
Skirting on the edge. Just in a headshot in the distance. 3 teams have an angle. Japan now. Turkey's here, knocking at the door. There's the initial one.
Turkey, it's Iro. He's by himself.
Can he 3v1 this? This is what he has to do to survive.
Well, he's already gotten 1. He's got Gabba and Shinobi still remaining. Japan actually didn't have bad position inside of this valley.
They're going to take him one at a time.
Gabba's got a nade available. I mean, an underarm throw, get towards sort of the tip of this defilade. They overthrow by a mile. It's not even close. It's into a different area code, and Gabba's down to just like 5 health. Shinobi's got to push, but you said they're going in 1 at a time, and that's what they're doing wrong. But they're also not underarm throwing. There is, well, that's better. It's closer, but it's not enough. And there goes Canada finally. It's Thailand who pick up the double kill. Duckman and Thanawat.
We have to go back. We need to see what Ira's doing. This is a 1 versus 2 scenario. He's already clipped one of them. Circle, favourable. Not really to anybody. Korea's there, but that's because the amount of numbers. There's the second. They're going in 1 by 1. Can he get the third? This will be a 3v1. He ducks down. He re-picks. He gets it! 3 versus 1. Turkey stay alive. By hook or by crook, I have no idea how. But Ira, he just destroyed them.
He gets Turkey into the top 5. But now Thailand have got to be able to get into this zone. There's only 2 teams inside of this zone. It's Korea. It's Brazil. By the skin of his teeth, RDNX has found a little hut of hay bales to hide behind. Korea, though, going into phase maybe 7, then 8 will lose their advantage, so teams just need to hold on. But one team I want to bring up, it is the United Kingdom. They've still got 2 alive. Can they potentially sneak in behind South Korea and throw a spanner in the works?
How did they let him get away with that? They should have just pushed him as a 2 and took him down. and he's continuing the bloodfest.
He might get another 3K.
He's angry. He can see another one in the open. They've got the crate to work with. There's a bit of a body shield, but he picks up another point. Or does he?
He's already got one versus 3. Can he get a second?
Off angle does get him. Tree for now. He'll bleed out. 1 point. If he takes out 2 individuals, this will be mental. If Ira does this, that's just going to be pure insanity. United Kingdom falls. PO, Inonix, they find the last 2 players, Michael and Vad respectively. They're gone. Shippy and Duckmans, they have to deal with Ira. They've got this roadside to themselves. He gets the tag. Not quite the frag just yet, but has to be aware. Duckmans with an SLR. That's the danger back building. That's the danger lurking.
Shippy just pulling away. They know exactly where Iro is. He doesn't have to move his inside of the zone. Same can be said for Thailand and all of Brazil inside of the zone now. It's actually South Korea that sort of need to readjust. They realize here that they can't quite get any more kills to go their way for the rest of phase number 6, 50 more seconds, and then phase 7, well, if they don't get fed, they're going to lose their advantage that they currently have.
We're in game 10. If Ira or Thailand go down, South Korea gets their 4th third placement of the event. Can this be the game? This would be a monumental way to cement themselves at the top leading into Championship Sunday. The home team picking up the win and the very last round of day number 2.
The very first win. But going back to sort of what we touched on at the very beginning of this game before it even started, we talked about teams that needed to finally have a performance. That if they wanted to have a good sleep, go into tomorrow still with a chance of placing high, they needed to perform in this very game. Turkey 14th, Brazil 16th, they're doing it. This is the game that they're finally showing us what they have got made of. And here we go. It's Central. Korea are outside of the zone. Brazil are in, Iro's still in, Thailand is not.
Korea's in a 2-2 split. They're going to focus 2 different fights. It could be a detriment, it could be good. They have Thailand that holding 1 angle, and then down at the bottom they have Brazil. But Brazil have now just lost the safety net of the cover that they had from that previous compound, but they're out in the open. The bullets, they're real. Inonix fallen, Loki confirmed as well.
And now they're...
Excuse me, Inonix, it wasn't fallen, that's my bad.
All 3 of Korea currently split. PO going to hold and use that high ground advantage to try and finish off Thailand before they can potentially get inside of the zone. But it's Brazil. They're putting all of the pressure right now onto South Korea. Ionix, along with Aqua 5, I should say, are out in the open.
Let's not forget that Ira still has that mini with the 6 times. He's already tanked up Thailand once. He's already pulled off a 3 versus 1. The man is an insane fragger. He's a bloody good player individually. If he gets 1 knock, some kind of damage onto Brazil, this will be the chance for South Korea to kind of jump on that, take full advantage and claim the win. They're still focused on Thailand, and that's understandable. That's why they left PO back here. He's doing the damage behind the hill. He's in the vehicle. Blue's here. Time to go. He has to regroup with the rest of his friends.
Thailand can actually just push along that defilade and actually get inside of the zone. Iro pushing, though, towards Brazil. Brazil probably don't have the information of Iro in the same way that Thailand definitely do have. But Korea started to group up a little bit. Iro spotted Thailand and not going away just yet. It actually is ironic, as much as he would love Korea killing Thailand, he really wants it because they are the team that knows where he is. And they're starting to push towards his direction now. Iro has to get these. Oh, the headshot from Duckman, though, puts him in his place. And he's got to heal up.
The nade's been cycled. I don't know if it's been thrown. Shippy's actually taken full advantage of this. He's pushed up. Turkey's gone. There it is. Throws it Ira's way. Now Brazil have 2 players that are going to lurk. South Korea can actually sit down because of the defilade they have. They don't have to expose themselves here. I suppose that could be said for a lot of teams, but honestly, Duckmans and Shippy could essentially dictate how this game goes. That's the first knock. Okay, the road to victory, the road to the chicken dinner has begun. But we said the thorn in the side could be Thailand. They have that. It's been taken away. Oh, okay. And that's even a bigger play now. Taking out Rogi stops them getting towards that. What is the last shield, the last shelter in this open field?
Yeah, Duckman has spotted PO and Aqua 5. You mentioned Thorn in the side of South Korea. You could imagine another 3rd place finish. It would be their 4th one of the entire tournament. For Brazil, it's a must-win from here. They have to go out and get this win if they've got any chance of a strong place finish by the end of tomorrow. Duckman finally opens up, gets a knockdown, and he finds a second one. And a chance still, though, for Korea to have 3. They're going for the revive.
Inox is punished. That grenade. It's a rocket. It's sent. It's close.
Not close enough, though. The revive has transpired. Korea back up to standing of 3. It kind of feels like it's Duckman versus Korea and Shippy versus Brazil.
The bigger issue is that now Aqua 5 and PO have to reposition themselves. They've both got vehicles. Where do they go on this? How do you approach this one? They'll probably try and build them. I know they're going in a single one. That's overzealous if I've ever seen anything. Is he wearing a helmet? Are they
no, he's not.
Are they going to go for the mid? They are. They're going to go for the mid play. They're actually... That's a very ballsy play, in my opinion. You're going to get grenaded from both angles. There's one at the door. Aqua 5 does survive, but PO goes down. ADNX has his number red. That grenade's a follow-up. It could be deadly. He steps out. He goes down. And all of a sudden, South Korea, they're down to 1.
Yeah, it's Ionix, and he's not inside of the hut. So both members of Korea that were in the hut are no longer there. ADNX gets 1, Duckman gets the other. It might just yet be another 3rd place finish. But Duckman does lose his sidekick. He loses Shippy. He's by himself, and he's on the far edge of this zone. Brazil in a 3 versus 1, surely pick up their first win of the PUBG Nations Cup.
Korea. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. They just can't seem to get a hold of this win, but we have seen more wilder things happen. Inox is an insane player, but there are 3 players from Brazil staring down the barrel. He's 8 HP. Surely he can't win this. Rusty Zera says no. This could be 0 to hero. Remember, Brazil, they came into this with a very, very mere 30 points. 16th place, bottom of the table. If there's any time to jump up into the big leagues, it would be now. This win would be fantastic for their momentum going into tomorrow.
Duckman is low. He still has a first aid kit, but he wants to get the knockdown, and he gets it off the Andy. Now it's a 1 versus 2. Duckman is literally the best player in Thailand, but ADNX,
he's pulling up. What's he doing?
He can't let the shot.
What's he doing? What is he doing?
Knocked down by Duckman. It's a 1 versus 1. Duckman versus Rusty Zera, and he's running out of room.
Imagine if Brazil have just thrown this. Imagine. What the frig did you just do?
Both are going to have to move at the same time, though, so it's a bit of an even play here. Rusty could actually even use Andy as a shield. He could crouch behind him, 200 IQ, but they're going to have to move. They've got to be aware the blue zone is right behind both of them, and boy, it's not going to tickle.
Rusty Zera. He's calling in the mindset. He's calling in the help from Cold Zera from another game. He needs that aim. He needs the God skill right now. Looking across. It's Duckman! Oh my God! 3 versus 1 Brazil! They ballsed it up!
Are you serious? Thailand! Duckman!
What have you done, Brazil? That could have been yours!
What a way to finish off the 2nd day of the PUBG Nations Cup!
We're not looking for montage clips, we're looking for money.
We're looking for plays.
Why? What?
That win you games, and maybe, just maybe, ADNX threw away a chance for Brazil to pick up the win. But what we do know is for certain, Duckman came up big when it was required. He is the best player in Thailand, and maybe even all of Southeast Asia.
That gives Thailand their 2nd win. And just look at the faces on Brazil. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, boys. That is just madness.
It was theirs to win. It was a 3 versus 1 versus 1. They dealt with South Korea, and even with a bit of help from Thailand in doing so.
I mean, in both scenarios, even if you drive to that player, he has a chance to just melt you out of the vehicle on arrival. The only way to kind of do that, if you are going to do it, pull up a little bit short of him, a distance, use them, get out the vehicle, out of the the door side, the driver's side, use the vehicle for cover.
Yep.
If you've got a grenade, happy days.